Hi, this is Marianne from healingpeddlers.com. In this video, I will talk about healing peddler's guilt. That specific situation where you realize after your pet passed that it hadn't occurred to you to ask your pet what they preferred. Would they prefer to have a natural death or be euthanized? Would they prefer to be at home, or is it okay with the vet to include them consciously in the decision? And that might haunt you, but there is a couple of things that could be helpful to keep in mind. Is that we are very connected to our pets, and we have a very good idea of their personality, what they like, what they don't like. So it's very possible that even though you weren't aware of it consciously, that it had entered your mind in when you made the decision, maybe to euthanize your pet. As for whether you chose to euthanize or whatever your choice was, that it was part of your decision. You just didn't ask very specifically. And there is another thing that's also important. That is the guilt, regrets, and the blame. That is something that we humans tend to do a lot. If you look at the pets in your own pet, then you can see that they are full of love. They have that unconditional love that we keep striving for, to be able to interact with others without blame, without guilt, just from that open, pure place of unconditional love that they live from, our pets. And you can also see it, or rather hear it, if you listen to the Healing Peddlers podcast. You will hear so many examples of pets in the afterlife and their messages for their human companions that are full of unconditional love, forgiveness, and all that beautiful messages. You get a very good idea of that if you listen to the Healing Peddlers podcast. And that said, it doesn't mean we just leave it, because if you want to change it, if you, for instance, euthanized your pet and you really would like to have included the asking your pet, then it is simply about no blame, not blaming yourself, but making a decision to, if it ever happens again, then this is what I will do. I will connect with my pet. I will be more aware of including their best wishes, what's in their best interest, and I won't operate so much from my own fear, because it has a lot to do with trying to get past one's own fear when we make the decisions. So the decision is not made from that fear that we hold in that situation, but it's also includes what is it that our animal friend would like. So making that decision, and you can say, yeah, but it doesn't help this. Yeah, but it's a way of honoring. You can't change what happened, but it's a way of honoring your animal friend that has passed. And you can see that they are not just a friend and a companion, but also a teacher. And what more amazing teacher can you get than your animal friend? And in my book, Healing Peddler's Guilt, my angel cat Minnie also has a very good point regarding this particular area. Here's an excerpt. She says, "You may say, but how can I feel blessed and joyful when I know my beloved is dead and I'm all alone, especially because I feel I could have done better. When that happens, watch your mind. Watch your thoughts as they come and go. You're not your thoughts. Then gently return to just being and watching the lights on the trees, the birds flying, and the peace of this moment. In that moment, I am with you, for I hold the peace, the joy, the gratitude for you. Think of when I looked up at you with love and gratitude in my eyes. I was fully in the now with appreciation. No regrets about the past, no worries about the future. In this moment, being here now fully, all is well, for it is in the now I can connect with the essence of my being, which is peace, joy, love, gratitude, and all the other qualities that are held by the divine. Let that light find you, and as I held the light for you when I was alive, let that light you came to know through me be an inspiration for you as you seek to experience that light, peace, and joy again. In a state of guilt, you are less likely to take positive action than if you surrender to the present moment and find me within your heart and in everything beautiful you see around you in nature. I was more connected to nature and to the divine than most humans are, for I was able to be in the now. That's all. You can do that too. So, did you notice a couple of important things Minnie said here? That was, for instance, she mentions that I felt I could have done better. And she says that in a state of guilt, you are less likely to take positive action than if you surrender to the present moment and find me within your heart. And you can probably see that from yourself if you have experienced guilt. Because in a state of guilt, we tend to be in our minds. We tend to just keep letting that guilt circle around, and it eats us up from within, and we are not able to take any positive action. We are not able to connect from the heart and connect with our pets. All we can think about is the guilt and how horrible it was what we did. The main thing is to be able to find that peace within where you can connect. And if you can connect, if you go into that place in the present, then you can connect and you can ask your questions and you can say what you feel and you can get your own answer from your pet. For instance, if you do the Healing Peddler's 2-letter writing technique, then you can get your own answer to that specific question. So that's just a couple of things to think about if you are struggling with guilt and you feel that you forgot to include your pet in the decision. Make a decision to do it if it ever happens again. And also keep in mind that your pet is one who loves unconditionally, and that the blame and the guilt and regret, that is something that we have, that is something that we let our minds run away with us with that guilt. Our pets don't think like that. They more live in the present. They live with full appreciation, with unconditional love. But that said, it's a good idea to include the decision to include next time what it is that you would have liked to do better, because then you can use your pet as a teacher to improve, to make better decisions as you learn things, as you move on, move forward with your life. And with your pet by your side in spirit, you can maintain that connection, and you can make better decisions, and you will keep that connection with you, and the guilt won't have the same power within you, and you will be able to return to that feeling of gratitude and joy and love that Minnie mentioned in her message. Just a couple of thoughts for you. Blessings to you and your angel animals. Bye.